How you guys and girls doing today? The Finance Man here, and welcome back to the channel where we talk about everything from cryptocurrency to stocks to real estate, you name it. In this video, we are talking about Gremlins Finance, a brand new coin that just dropped yesterday, y'all. Before we get into this video, if you enjoy this kind of content, please make sure to hit those buttons down below, like that like and that sub button, so that way this video can get out to people who need to see it. But with that being said, y'all, let's get into it. $500 a day. That is what I am making roughly with this coin when it dropped. I remember I made a previous video, and if you want to go back, you can take a look at that a couple of days ago where I talk about this and the entire definition of the coin and what it does, and we'll go over that shortly. But essentially what it does is the more you hold, the more you'll earn Bitcoin. 7% when you buy, 8% when you sell, and you'll earn Bitcoin as you hold GREM. To cut straight to the point, I asked one of the main developers, I said, hey, quick question for you. How long until after the coin drops when we see reflections based on the transactional volume, but the contract starts right at the beginning? It's set for every 12 hours. With higher volume, it will dispense faster, but with lower volume, it will dispense slower. But at the beginning, it is very fast. And I have to agree, because when it first launched, I was able to put 2 to 3 BNB in it, which is around $1,100, and I made $500 throughout the day. So just a quick recap with the token before you go watch my previous video. GREM is the decentralized community token with a hybrid dividend mechanisms. The more you hold GREM, the more you yield Bitcoin. Redistribution of Bitcoin goes directly into your wallet, and they have a long roadmap ahead of them, including a DEX, NFTs, large marketing campaigns, and they want to grow into a leading community. As you can see right here, this morning, what happened is that they had a pre-sale first, and the pre-sale filled up almost instantaneously. My friend got in only a minute after me. He said he refreshed PancakeSwap, but by then it was too late and it already filled up. The coin dropped 30 minutes after the pre-sale, and then we'll go into the charts in a second, but we're going to scroll down real quick and we're just going to talk about the roadmap. We don't have to go over everything, but they're already on phase 2. Phase 1 was the website launch, the private public sale, the token launch, and a partnership with CrocSwap. But right now what we're focusing on and what the team is focusing on is they're applying for CoinGecko CoinMarketCap, which is crazy, right? Because these amount of reflections and this high of a market volume and market cap, and we're not even on these main websites yet. Of course, they're going to be doing marketing, farming pool, a GREM NFT collection, which is going to be interesting, partnerships, and a reward dashboard. One more thing, y'all, before we get into the charts. This right here, I went through this white paper earlier in the previous video, but this right here is the most important thing as to why I personally think this coin has like a lot of potential, and that I can see it skyrocketing in the future and becoming one of the massive, if not the biggest altcoin out there. So it says the developers of the project are doxing to pink sale and submitting audits pending approval, and they've proved this on several occasions. They have AMAs throughout the day. They had an AMA, which is an Ask Me Anything, before the pre-sale, after it, during it, and they did it 2 to 3 hours after the events as well. They've been transparent. They turn on their webcams and things like that, and they are just overall seem to be mature human beings. Like I always say though, not financial advice. You never know. Companies have done that before and they've always turned out to be a scam or a rug pull. So you never know, right? But this is looking promising. Never put any amount of money that you're afraid to lose or that you can't afford to lose. As we can see right here, this is the current price. So we at 306. So this is still extremely early here. The price is shooting up very fast, and it looks like throughout the day, this is when it first launched and it shot up. And of course it was going to be doing its dips. People are going to be buying in and selling, and we're consolidating around the 306 right now, and we're slowly back on that uptrend. It's still extremely early, and of course the longer we wait here, the longer that the price is going to shoot up and the more expensive it's going to be. But we're at 306 and it's looking pretty good right now. And don't worry, y'all, in a couple of minutes, I will also show you how you can not only buy GREM, but have it show up in your Trust Wallet and show your BTC reflections in your Trust Wallet as well. But the main question is, how many tokens do you have to hold in order to see reflections? And the answer to that is 500,000 GREM. You need 500,000 GREM to start seeing BTC reflections. So right here, what I did earlier is I've already pulled this up. We're going to do 0.6. So if you were to get around 0.6 BNB, you could get 0.5, but that's not quite there. So 0.6 just to make sure. That's going to push you over that mark right there. You know, we're going to subtract the taxes and everything and all the transfers from the different websites, but 559,000. So 0.6 BNB right now would get you over that mark to start seeing those reflections in your Trust Wallet. And as we come over here to CoinGecko, we can see that 0.6 BNB is $354.96. But don't worry, it's completely up to you. What you can do is you can wait for the price to shoot down, because throughout the coming days, of course, the coin will get more stable. It's still like on its hype train right now to get more stable. And if you want to wait for a dip, you can definitely do that and probably get in at a cheaper price than this. Another thing to keep in mind, y'all, is that once you get over 500,000 in GREM, the reflections you're going to get is depending on the daily volume and the current price of Bitcoin. So, having over 500,000 right now, because this price is so high and we're on that uptrend right now, you would start getting reflections, but you would probably start seeing around 18 to like 19 cents. But the good news is that it starts to compound fast. And because we're in the first couple of days, you're going to start seeing a lot of reflections. I alone today, even though it added up to 500, I was getting like 12 to 13 total transactions today. So my friend who got in, he put like $300 in, close to around that amount of 0.6 BNB. He got 18 cents, but at the end of the day, he ended with $20. So it goes up pretty fast, and it'll double with the daily volume as well as Bitcoin going up in value as well. All right, and now I'm going to show you how you can buy Gremlins. So we can see right here, we are on Gremlins, and this is the URL right here, gremlins.finance. We're going to go on over and we're just going to hit the buy button. I have to press it a couple of times because the website's been acting wonky, but it's going to take us to pancakeswap.finance. After that, we're going to connect our Trust Wallet like we normally do. And then you're going to make sure that you select BNB for from, and then two, you're going to go, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to go back here and we're just going to copy the contract address. So after we copy the contract address, we're going to go back to PancakeSwap. We're going to go from the to section, and even though I have it pulled up automatically, we're just going to click to anyway. So we're going to click to, we're going to paste that in the search bar. It's going to come up and say GREM. You click that, you're good to go. And then that's how you buy your GREM. So you're going to set the amount. If you want to do max, you can do max or whatever BNB you want. You buy your GREM, you set your slippage tolerance to around 14 to 15%. And then that's it. You're good to go on your GREM. Now I'm going to show you how to add it in your Trust Wallet. So we're going to come over here and we're going to hit that symbol in the upper right hand corner. And what we can do is we can simply paste that address that we just took from their website. We're going to hit add custom token. We're going to change the network to Smart Chain, and then we're going to copy the contract address here. It should come up, and that's how you know you did it right. Gremlins, GREM decimals 18. And there you go. You now have your Gremlins added to your Trust Wallet. Now let's get what we've all been waiting for. Let's get that BTC into your Trust Wallet. So what we can do here is we can do one or two things. We can go to bscscan.com, and this is it right here, the token BTCB. We can scroll down here and we can copy this address, and we can go back to Trust Wallet, and you can do one or two things. You can either look this up, so you can just type in BTC and this should come up and it'll be BEP20, so BTC, or you can just paste the contract address that we got from the website if you just want to make sure, and it'll come up for you right there. We'll do the same thing. We'll make sure to turn it on, press done, and there we go. That will be your reflections. All right, y'all, and of course, because I want to be 100% honest and transparent with y'all, what would you need right now if you decided to invest, if you wanted to make $500 every single day? So as of right now, I'm sitting around 11 to 12 million GREM. So with that being said, that means that right now it will be 13.5 BNB to reach 11 million GREM, or $400 to $500 daily. So 13.5 BNB right now would be $7,982. So if you were to put close to $8,000 into it as of right now, that's when you would start seeing $400 to $500 every single day. Do remember to factor in the two factors that can affect this number greatly, such as the market cap going up or down and the daily volume fluctuating as well. So I've done the math here, and if you wanted to make $125 every single day, we would minus 5,975 from the USD. So let's do that real quick, and that would leave you with $1,991, which would be roughly 3.37 BNB. So that's a lot better, right? And that will be $125 a day. So you'd be putting in around $2,000 in order to get that. Like I said though, with the price fluctuating up and down, you could definitely wait, and when the price drops, that's when you could capitalize. Alrighty then, y'all, and that is it for now. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of this coin and what you think of the potential. Do you like it? Let me know why you do, and if you don't like it, let me know why you don't. Like I said before, you know, we never know with these coins, and you know, it's always a certain amount of risk involved, but with my own personal experience, I would say that this coin has a lot of potential and it's looking very promising. The two major things that made this coin stand out for me, and I know I said this in my previous video, make sure to go check that out below. I will have that link down in the description here, and this breaks down the entire coin. But the two biggest things was the authenticity and the maturity of the devs were on a different level than I've ever seen before. And number two, I mean, it yields Bitcoin. We all know what Bitcoin is, right? And Bitcoin is one of the biggest, it is the biggest cryptocurrency out right now. There are even reports of people saying today that Bitcoin might hit over 100,000 by the end of this year. So what does that mean if you're holding GREM? We're assuming that the GREM devs have our best interest at heart, and assuming that they're not going to do any crazy or bad stuff to screw us out of our money. Guess what? That means that if Bitcoin hits 100K, your reflections and the amount of money that you have is going to go crazy. I can definitely see this coin blowing up the more Bitcoin blows up. But like I said, let me know down in the comments below what you think, and I will catch y'all in the next video. The Finance Man out of here.